Hey everyone, let's have a quick chat about The Wintersmith. This is the 35th novel in the Discworld series and the third in the Tiffany Aching Subseries. Now, you don't have to have read all the Discworld novels, but it's better to have read the first two in the Tiffany Aching series because this is a series that is seriously continuing on the story and you might get confused about who's who, what's going on, and the overall characterization and the people. So we have established this is not a good starter book. But what is happening in Wintersmith? Tiffany is 13 now and she's still learning how to be a witch. So she's still living with older witches learning the craft. Currently she's living with Miss Treason, and Mrs. Treason is a very old witch, 100+ years, and she has quirks and stories and strange things all around her personality, her character, and her villagers are really afraid of her, but that's part of the deal. But that has nothing to do with the Wintersmith. The Wintersmith is more or less a character that is bringing winter. And one day Mrs. Treason takes Tiffany to watch the Morris dance or the winter dance or whatever it's called, and Tiffany couldn't keep her feet still and joins the dance because she thinks there's someone missing. And the someone that was missing was the summer lady that she didn't see or that hadn't appeared yet. I'm not really sure about that part. Anyways, so she joined the dance, takes over the place of the summer lady, so now the Wintersmith has taken a liking to her and she has become the summer lady. And things progress. Basically, the Wintersmith pursuing her and she becoming more and more the summer lady and being confused as she just danced. What did she do? This book is all about stories. The importance of stories, the outcome of stories, how stories shape the world and how stories shape perception. Part of that we can see in Mrs. Treason and the stories she created around her character and personality. But also we learn how witches use stories to generally make themselves work and the world around them, and manipulate is maybe the wrong word, but steer along their villagers and the people they help. What I really like about the Tiffany Aching books is that we feel like we're looking behind the curtains of the witches. We learn how the witches work, how the witches do their work, what they do, what the witching is, and how they function, what they think, and what they value. And in here, we also see Tiffany learning that you need to take responsibility for what you have done. At first, she's really reluctant and saying, I didn't do anything, I was just dancing. But more and more, she takes responsibility, she takes control, and she says, I chose to do this. I really enjoy this in the book. Of course, you also have the Nag McFeagles, you have Granny Weathersmith, you have Nanny Ark, you have all the quirky things, you have Anagramma trying to become her own witch and noticing that some things she didn't know yet, and I enjoy that. I really, really enjoy this book. Overall, the Tiffany Aching series can be read as a standalone and can be read outside of the whole Discworld, but don't start here, start with the first book, and you can really get a different look at the Discworld and the witching, and also at growing up, becoming your own, and all these things. Okay, that's what I have to say about the book. Let me know if you have read it, if you've read any other Tiffany Aching books, how you're doing. Have you started on the Discworld yet? Let me know in comments. Thank you for watching.